DFS Prodigy. I'm here. I'm talking about this NXT March 17th recap show. Before we begin, hit the like, subscribe. That helps me a ton of y'all know. Again, this is the recap of the March 17th, 2026 NXT show I just wrapped up in Houston, Texas. Let me get the tweet out saying that we are live. And yeah, then we'll start doing this and talking about what's going on right now with this NXT show. So yeah, let me share this, get this out for everybody to see. Live now. All right. And we are live on YouTube and Twitch. So yeah, this is the article for the recap show that will be posted and published in momentarily after this show. So it was a good show overall. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. I thought the opening segment was great. I thought the ending was it sets up for what to expect now in the near future. We got some clarification on the Stand and Deliver as well coming up on April 4th. That's coming up pretty fast, obviously. In about 3 weeks. So I just checked the calendar. Yeah, about 3 weeks. So anyways. The opening match was Jacy Jayne defeated Sol Ruca and Zarya to retain the championship. At what point does Sol Ruca go to the main main cards with Raw and SmackDown? She needs to be bumped up. It's time to bump her up because what else is there left for her here in NXT? I hate to say it, but what's left for her to go after? Do they want to make her a champion or not? Like, is Stand and Deliver going to be what's going on at Stand and Deliver now? That's why I just don't know what to expect for Sol Ruca. So that's kind of what I'm just like. It was a good match overall. It was certainly a good match overall. Zarya, what's next for Zarya as well? So, yeah, it's just what do we do now? So then we had the tags with El Grande Americano, Rayo and Bravo defeated Vanity Project. I thought that was a super underrated match. I enjoyed that 6-man tag team. People had mixed emotions about it. I enjoyed it. There was a lot of fun in it. Again, I personally enjoyed that match. What else? We go to the news segment. Ricky Saints, Joe Hendry, Ethan Page segment. Saints and Page attack Hendry. Tony D'Angelo then spears Hendry. After the Hendry fights off Page plus Saints, Tony D'Angelo stands tall. Fatal four-way at Stand and Deliver, question mark? Yeah, that's what I put. Is there going to be a fatal four-way? Because I could certainly see a fatal four-way being developed here. So we already got Ricky Saints versus Tony D'Angelo main event next week on NXT. I'm just expecting I'm expecting the fallout to be the fatal four-way. I hope it is. I hope they push Tony D'Angelo. I really want them to. I think it's his time to shine. I think it's time to push him. Push Tony D'Angelo. Because again, what are we doing with Joe Hendry? What are we doing with Ricky Saints and Ethan Page? One of those guys obviously need to be bumped up, and Ricky Saints or Ethan Page. But that's neither here nor there. I think it's time for Tony D'Angelo's time to shine. So then we had the NXT Tag Team Championship #1 Contenders Tournament match for the first round. Birthright defeated Hank and Tank to advance. Solid match overall. I didn't really expect much out of that match, but it was a good match overall. It was good. We have the Coling versus Eli Knight and Elo LaFleur due to Shawn Legacy getting hurt in the tag team tournament. I am hyped about Eli Knight and Elo LaFleur as a tag team. I'm interested to see how they kind of combine their skill sets. I think it's going to be high flying, obviously. I can't wait. We talked about the Ricky Saints versus Tony D'Angelo main event next week on NXT. With the Booker T appreciation, I tweeted Keanu Carver incoming in about 3, 2, 1, and guess what happened? And Keanu Carver interrupts the segment. Jasper Troy comes to defend Booker T. Then we had Jasper Troy, obviously, and Booker T standing tall. That sets up now Keanu Carver and a Jasper Troy kind of segment. It's kind of the, how can I put this in a nice way? Is it like, I don't know. What am I trying to say? I don't want to say Brock Lesnar and Obafema. I don't want to say it's the Dollar General version or the Walmart version, but it's kind of like that, I guess. It's kind of like that. Kind of like a Rusev sort of archetype, I guess, kind of segment, if that makes sense. So, yeah, that's kind of what it's just kind of the big man match. It's kind of the two full-on forces attacking each other now. We had Dark State and OTM have an brawl in the parking lot. That feud's continuing, turning up. Robert Stone set up a gauntlet match next week, and the winner will face Miles Bourne at Instant and Deliver. That could be interesting. Fatal Influence is starting to grow tension, possibly with Henley losing the speed title. Which, Bryn Sinclair in her hometown, she better go get some Whataburger. She defeated Fallon, Henley, and New. That was a great match. Obviously, a quick speed match, but it was good. It was good for what we had. And then we had, the steel cage match, which lived up to potential, with Tay and Poxy defeated Izzy Dame to retain. And guess what? Blake Monroe wants that title. She shot out from the underground when Tatum was walking back and took the title. So are we going to get Blake Monroe now wanting to go after Tatum? Because that's certainly a possibility. No, I think now Blake Monroe has her sets on that title, on the North American Championship, and she's going to go after it. But don't take away that Tatum looked great in that match, and so did Izzy Dame in that steel cage match. Props to Izzy Dame. I'm continuing to bang the drum on that. She's great. So, anyways, that was the WWE NXT March 17, 2026 recap show. Again, thank you all so much for tuning in. I can't wait for Evolve tomorrow. I'm going to try to get a show out for Evolve tomorrow. I'm certainly going to try to do an article as well. I certainly will for Smackdown. We're certainly going to have a stream for Smackdown. I'm off work for that. But I'm going to try to get an Evolve show out. But anyways, that breaks down this recap show. Again, hit a like on your way out. Subscribe on the Twitch and the YouTube channel.